Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of In the Gallery with Laura Ali. I am your host, Laura Ali, and we're going to finish up Sarah Boone. This is part three to the interrogation. This is where Sarah, just to set the scene, because I kind of jumped into the last one without really setting the scene, they presented the videos to, well, the video to Sarah. Well, there's two, but they presented the videos to Sarah. They've kind of resolved that she's not going to accept it. I would say the female detective has. The male detective is just kind of, he's still, he's still just chatting with her, seeing how much she's gonna give, which is nothing. Um, and Yeah, and then Sarah's gonna come with her list of questions, which are the most ridiculous questions. And that's why I just wanted to separate it because I wanted to really just get into the ridiculousness of each question that she has for the detectives. It's such an absurd idea. It's like it's like the Nancy Brophy when she wants to ask the when she goes to ask for the what is it, the letter of, oh, um like an exoneration letter pretty much from the detectives. And it's like, what? Like, well, some maybe they could give it to me, maybe they can't. It's like, what, why would you even ask for that? And it's like, I think she's trying to see, like, based on these questions, if they think that she's guilty, but it's more than obvious that they think she's guilty. So I don't, at this point, I don't understand why she's asking these questions. It would have been different maybe if she came in asking the questions, initially. But at this point, Sarah, at this point, why are you asking these questions? So anyway, let's just jump right into it.
What, you had to go across the way to somebody else?
No, okay. Kim and Eli. Kim is not a nice person.
Okay.
She's just automatically not nice. Even after me and Lucas went over there and introduced ourselves, she's just not a nice person.
Almost, but I got it this time.
Then why would you think she would let you use the restroom?
Because Eli was in there. Eli comes over and talks to us sometimes, which I think pisses Kim off because he comes over and talks to us. The two of them, they're like super standoffish all the time. My neighbors down the street, down the way, their toilet was broken. They had stuff in the bathroom. So then they're like, go over there and try over there.
There's two bathrooms.
I wouldn't let somebody go upstairs and use my personal bathroom. That's what the downstairs one is for.
If it's somebody you like, would you? Somebody you knew?
They're in the process of doing all this stuff in the kitchen, and there's stuff in the bathroom, and the toilet doesn't work. Just walk across the way, no problem. And of course they let me in. Them and them, they're together. They're families. And nonetheless, if you really want to know, and I hope it doesn't get them in trouble, but he is over here illegally. So he's trying to work on getting his green card.
What does that got to do with you using the restroom?
They didn't want to be involved.
No, I was asking last night because.
Okay, just to set, if you're just coming into this video, they're talking about Sarah just talking about using her neighbor's bathrooms, and it's like, why don't you have your own working bathroom to use? And she's like, well, Eli likes to come over and they get jealous, and God.
I mean, we had several different people in the
Assuming
neighborhood
that
come up
Eli and
saying
Kim.
she's drunk on a regular basis.
Eli and Kim. Okay. Did you ask Minnie next door?
Those are the ones next door that she asked to use the restroom, and they said no.
No, she said no.
Okay.
And like I said, she's not a nice person.
They're coming. What are your questions?
Yep.
I can help you with.
Who's coming?
To do the
Yeah,
fingernails.
you said that we could.
And you don't have to allow us to do it, just so you know, so don't think that it's.
I don't have a problem.
Okay. Just make sure.
So, am I getting my phone back?
No,
Not today.
What about Lucas's laptop?
no,
Not today.
not today.
So they get into the questions. Let's get into the questions. The first question on her list, after she murdered her boyfriend, left him in a suitcase to die. First question, numero uno, am I getting my stuff back? And the detective just calmly responds, no. No, you're not, Sarah. That's the first question you need to ask. What about Lucas's laptop? No. No. Sarah, that's the first question.
What does that mean?
We're still going through everything.
Oh, that's fine.
You're the one just telling us there's videos that we need to see on it, so we need
That's
to do our
fine.
due diligence that we go through everything.
See, and that backfires on me now too, because now you all think that I had even more, in quotes, intent to do what I did to him, which was not intentional.
What's that?
And is that correct?
She's asking about your tag in your hand.
No, but I'm asking if that's correct.
No, I'm not gonna
I'm not
agree to
gonna
anything that
tell
you're saying. I'm not, that you're,
So his probation officer,
mhm.
do you all inform her or do I need to call her?
We don't have to inform her, so if you would like to call her, you can. Are you saying 'cause he's still on probation?
No, but because of the nice lady that she is.
The parole officer. Do I need to inform her that George is dead, or do you guys do that? How does that work? Just so I. Do I inform the parole officer, or. It's like, no, what? This is your priority list. And I can just picture Sarah, and we've kind of seen it come out through all of the hearings we've had and just the Sarah isms. And I could see her finding comfort in some sense writing this list of all the questions she's going to ask the detectives when she questions them. She came there to question them. Why are you questioning me? That, I think that is the huge shocker to her. It's like, yeah, maybe she thought she was going to answer some questions, but she didn't expect the heat that they came with. And these questions that she has for them, am I getting my stuff back? What about my son's laptop? Should I inform the parole officer that he is deceased, that George is deceased? This shows where her priorities lie. Yeah.
And all that she's done for him, I didn't know how it was.
Legally, we just have to tell his parents, and we don't go telling, we don't,
Everybody else?
I didn't even know who his probation officer was, so no, I wouldn't go tell
So
him.
the same thing for classes. I need to do that too.
Classes. You need to do what?
Substance abuse class and his battery
cancel 'em.
intervention.
Yeah, we
Something
don't
else I
have
was
to
just
call
getting ready to
him.
ask. So, other than this, so initially, what was the cause of death?
She is still pending because she wants to hold the body for an additional day to see if more of those bruises turn into something big.
Does she want to know what the cause of death is so she knows what she's charged with? That's an interesting question. That's an interesting question for her to ask. Um, and you know what I just picked up on? And it's only for future reference. I believe Sarah's going to ask if she should tell the parents, but I think the detectives just mentioned, well, they did just mention that they're just obligated to tell, like, next of kin, which would be the parents. And for her to ask later, should she inform them? Or how, or maybe that's not what she says. I think she says, and we'll see. I think she says like, oh, well, when are you gonna tell them? Or what are you gonna tell them? I think that's what she says. Again, her ego, she doesn't want, you know, she doesn't want anyone to judge her. Well, 12 people are about to judge you, and more, obviously, the rest of us judging her. But literally 12 people are about to judge her to her face and say guilty to her face. So she's gonna get enough judgment.
And she's doing some other tests that she's got to do. So she's pending it for now.
So, and that couldn't have been because of him being in the suitcase? Or
That's
y'all
her-
are saying
she-
that I
that's what-
physically did it?
That's what she's determining.
So,
The ones on the head, I asked her, could that have been from the suitcase, and she said she didn't think so.
I didn't touch him, nor did he touch me.
Okay.
I'm leaving it at that.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you all know how to do this, because so that's what I was gonna get ready to ask you. So, are you all updating his parents today, or when you get final, whatever's?
What does it matter what we tell his parents? What do you mean?
Because
We're gonna talk with them.
Yeah.
okay,
I have to
but it's
tell,
gonna come down to me.
What does it matter, Sarah? Their son has died. And she is thinking about herself still. This is Sarah. She's 100% thinking about herself. She is the main character. Always and forever.
What do you mean?
Like, so it's being put on me.
Who said that?
But I'm not, so what is it you would tell them?
We're gonna give them an update, just like we gave you an update on their autopsy.
Okay, so it's whatever
Well,
bruise,
here's
scratch,
the thing,
and
here's the thing.
whatever on the head.
We had to deliver news to them last night that their son was dead. There's not a whole lot of conversation that goes on after that. It's not a very easy thing
Was
to
it
do.
yesterday or Sunday? Sunday. Today's Tuesday, right?
Did we not meet you yesterday? We met you yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Right? Did we not meet yesterday?
It's a valid question.
Really? Yes, on Monday.
Okay.
She goes, I'm sorry for the train, guys. She goes, was it yesterday or Sunday? And the investigator goes, didn't we meet you yesterday? And it's Tuesday, obviously. And it's like, she has Sunday in her head because that was her drunken day. Monday's completely a blur. Like Monday just, so it was yesterday, Sarah. Sorry.
Got it.
Perfect.
So I don't know if I ask you guys or how I find this out other than talking to his parents, which is not gonna happen.
Yeah, probably a terrible idea.
How do you guys suggest me finding out about funeral?
Yeah.
That's not even something that's been probably talked about between the family. That's not something we ask. We have no way of.
I didn't know, that's why I'm asking. So.
It'll be up to them to make their arrangements of what they want to do. Like she just told you this quick, just being told last night, I'll pretty much be willing to wager that they have not even considered what they're gonna do.
Our body can't even be released, so.
I've been there with parents, grandparents, and uncles. So I don't know if I have the right to or not, but like I was gonna call his former employees, whom he really cared for, and let them know.
You can call whoever you want.
I just don't wanna do something that I'm not supposed to. How do I go about getting his, wedding ring?
Sarah, yes, you can call whoever you want. Why are you asking the police permission to call his former employee? She might have said employer. I heard employee, but she might have said employee. Regardless, why? Probably employer, because I don't think he had employees. But, and that's not shade, but it's just, but why, Sarah? Why? Why is that? Why is this on your list? Why do you even have a list?
Engagement ring.
It's at the medical examiner's office. It'll come to us eventually, and then we
It'll be
can.
released to
Oh,
the next
family?
of kin.
Yeah, okay.
I bought it for him.
That is a civil issue. It was on his finger, it goes to them, they're the ones that are gonna release it, we don't have any say in that.
So I won't get that back.
then she's worried about the engagement ring she bought him, and she's saying that, oh, she won't get that back because it's gonna go next of kin, which would be his family. And oh, I bought it for him. You murdered him. Take an L on that. You murdered him. So you don't get the engagement ring, unfortunately. Oh my gosh.
So for all of this, like, how do I find out what's what, and how many, like, what's been found?
What do you mean?
Pillow with stain, swabs of stain from pillow, suitcase.
That will all be sent off to
FDLE?
FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They do their testing.
So, and then, like, whatever white can with blood and necktie with blood was from the suitcase.
Correct.
Why would you guys, oh, you'll see it in there, the baseball bat, for Lucas, and the keys. And this is just his phone, my phone, and the laptop.
Yeah, when anything can be released, we will release it, but we are very early in this investigation, and it's not an
So-
overnight process, unfortunately.
So, what's next?
They're gonna come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about, like, in the long run. Like, what do I need to, like, do I need to be doing something, or, like,
I can't tell you, like, what to do.
I mean, like, so, like, for, like, I don't understand, like, I don't know if you guys are just gonna, like, because it makes it sound like, to me, like, I'm being accused of something that was not intentional.
It's like she wants them to say, yes, we are charging you with murder. Yes, this is happening, but they're just letting her sweat in it, and I love it because she doesn't know what's happening. She's stammering, she's confused, she's nervous. And yeah, good. They should leave her like that because that's how George felt before he died. He was nervous. He was stammering. He was begging for his life. And she wants to know what next steps are happening. I feel like you guys are accusing me of something. You did do something. You murdered someone.
Being accused of it,
Mm-hmm.
and a handful of other things that I'm being accused of.
Okay.
So I don't want to be at home with Lucas and you guys show up.
Okay.
I understand that.
So,
It's, we're still investigating. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
so is there going to be concrete whatever it is, and then it's like, okay, this is what it is, kind of thing, or like, because I've done the whole court thing, I've done the whole attorney thing, I've done whatever, so if, I'm not admitting anything about being intentional and I killed George.
Did she even just, I don't think she just spoke a coherent sentence. She said, uh, uh, like, I don't even know what she said because I'm so confused. But it's just like, oh, no, whatever. There's nothing intentional. I did nothing. And it's like, what? Sarah, Sarah, you can say you put him in the suitcase, which you did. Because that's what we're going to say in court. You put him in a suitcase and left him there intentionally. Intentionally. What was the what was the best case scenario? I'm still waiting to know. You were waiting for him to come upstairs. He never came upstairs.
Okay.
That's not the situation, but it's trying to depend on me.
Okay.
That was not my intent. But it's trying to depend on me. So however, or whatever it is I need to do in order for that to be proven, then I need to do so, which is why I'm trying to get my ducks in a row.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking what the next step is, other than me getting my nails swabbed.
I mean, you want me to tell you how to not be accused of a crime? Is that what you're asking? Like, I don't know what you
I'm
want.
trying to prepare myself for whatever may need to be done, so I can, I guess, stick
wouldn't-
up for myself.
I mean, I think you're doing just fine. You came, you talked.
I just don't want you guys to, again, show up and Lucas is in the house.
Well, we did tell you yesterday that we don't want to do anything around your son, hence why you came to us. So I don't know why you think that's going to change.
That and/or me not just show up back home.
I'm sorry, what? That or what?
Me just not show up back home. That's what, oh, he's so happy that I'm staying over at the house with Brian, like, so happy. and I'm not going back to the house, to my house, for however long I can stay over here because of whatever to blow over.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you don't mind me asking, so for,
She says for whatever to blow over. She calls this event a whatever. That's what it is. She's using the term whatever to describe the murder of Jorge Torres. It's a whatever. No big deal. And she doesn't want to just definitively say, "Are you going to arrest me?" No, she says, "Well, in case I just don't show up back home." You mean because you're arrested for murder, right? I don't understand why but it's like what she did earlier, and just in terms of like minimizing, but also generalizing, just to not actually own and take accountability of what is happening.
whatever it is you all are claiming from the videos, which, yeah, is that what you're going to tell him? Like, his parents? It's like, oh, yeah, and by the way, she did.
Did what?
I mean, what would you tell him?
I don't think it really matters what we're gonna tell the parents.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's fuel to the fire.
Well, we can't hide things, and I don't know, I'm not saying we're gonna go, I'm not saying that we're gonna go and tell them every single thing we have, but again, this is the Orange County Sheriff's Office, that's public record, so eventually, like, this all will come out.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm not,
Matters, honey.
you're making it sound like we're gonna tell them something, so then your life is in danger, and I don't like that accusation.
No.
So, let's just nip that in the bud right now.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
I cannot
What are we gonna
choose.
tell them?
But we can't even, so technically there's no concrete report yet, even.
Right, so,
So it's,
you want me to, like,
some
tell you
sort of
exactly what I'm gonna tell them? I don't know what I'm gonna tell them.
that
I don't know what I'm gonna tell them. Let's just leave it at that. Just like you don't know why you went upstairs. I don't know what I'm gonna tell them.
So,
Parents that are dealing with.
can I call you the way that I did last time?
Yeah, my phone is an open line. Missy should be here. I don't know what's taking so
Yeah,
long.
what's coming out there looking for?
I get it. Look, I get it.
They are both so done with Sarah right now. They're just like, please, please. Like, she's unbearable. She's unsufferable. She has not apologized. And not saying she has to apologize to them, but she's showing zero remorse. Zero remorse. Zero accountability, remorse, um, even just plain sympathy for George and his family. Nothing. Just even if someone she knew and loved died, even if she wasn't the cause of it, it seems like she doesn't care. Is it just me? She doesn't care.
That was really bad. So that's what scares me. Like, what do I need to plan on? Like, what do I need to plan on? I promise you, on my son's life, it was not intentional. I promise you, on Lucas's life, it was not intentional.
I don't know you. I can't say I know anything about you. I don't know what would be a true statement, what would not. I mean, you're promising on your son's life, that's fine.
That's how much it means.
Sorry.
That's how much it, look, that's how much it means.
Okay.
I hope you take that to heart, please.
And it's documented that you said that, yeah, I get it.
Do you have any idea when I can get my phone back?
No telling.
What do you say?
I just said no telling. I mean, our digital forensics unit is, got a lot of cases on their plate. I mean.
Well, and that's not technically my laptop, it's Lucas's laptop.
Okay.
But he plays, you'll see all the games that he has on there.
As soon as we can get that back to Lucas, we will. As soon as we can release your phone, we will. But we have no way of being able to tell you because we don't have control over their caseload and how they arrange what they do. So I don't know. And at this point, I think, honestly, with everything else that's going on, that should probably be at the bottom of your list of worries.
I'm trying to make Lucas happy so he can have his laptop back.
Okay. Okay.
Did Brian?
Again, the detectives have to tell her that should be on the bottom of your list of worries. Not important. cell phone, laptop, not important.
Not have a laptop for him?
He has his laptop that he has to do for work, that he doesn't want him using it or breaking or dropping. It's not a big deal. There's nothing on the laptop anyway. So you will keep me posted, like updated?
Mhm.
That's my thing, is I'm trying to figure out what I need to do in the meantime.
I don't know, I can't, like, I don't know what to tell you, though. Like, what?
But you all have more information than I do, where it's, yeah, you might wanna, or yeah, you might wanna.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, we have more information on what?
Like,
We told you everything that we have. You know everything that we know. And most of it we got from you.
but that, like I was telling her, like, yeah, that's bad, like, which I swore on my son's life was not intentional. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what I need to do for myself
Okay.
going forward with this.
Does Sarah, I think they do say this to her, does she expect them to give her legal advice? They're not your friends. And listen, I understand when you're in the interrogation room with detectives and you feel like you got a little bond going with them, you might think they're your friend. They're not your friend. They're not going to give you legal advice. They're not there to help you. If Sarah had any sense, she wouldn't have talked to the police. Honestly, I hate to say it. If she had any sense, say she called 911 and immediately lawyered up, she might have been out. Like she might have everything could have been done. She could have pled. She could have did her and her life would have went on. It would have been a story, remember? But now this is like a bigger story with a video. Even if she didn't talk with the video, could she still walk? I say yes. I say yes. I think Sarah talking it's done her more harm. She has dug herself deeper into a ditch with her talking than if she stayed quiet. I think even with the video, she would have done time. Without the video, I would say she probably would have done 2, 3 years. With the video and not talking, maybe 10. But the way Sarah's going, she's going to get life. I hope she gets life. But I'm just, playing through the scenarios of it.
Nonetheless, with his family. And are you all just showing up with Lucas in the house?
I think we've already both told you that we would be mindful of any situations.
So you guys, I guess you're gonna call me tomorrow? Or do we need to come back down here?
I'll chat with you next time. I have no idea when I'm gonna call you next.
Doesn't the report come out tomorrow?
No.
Our report.
I'm just saying a report is generated through us, and the sheriff's office is a public entity, so if someone were to come request something, then
No, I'm talking about, his autopsy.
she's waiting and doing more follow-up, but,
She's looking at him again tomorrow.
yeah.
But she won't be finished with him because she's pending further stuff.
So after this, what? I'm done? For now? How long does this stuff take to get back?
The
Most of
FDLE
that
results?
you won't get back.
Sorry, this is just a bit of like them just torturing Sarah in this quiet room. So I think, let me see. Yeah, no, she's gonna get arrested in just a little bit. So we'll go through. Um, they do the yeah. We'll go through it. It's just they're torturing her, and I love it. I love it. She's asking all these questions. Well, what about this? What about that? What about, oh, like, am I gonna go home? You guys gonna call me? You're gonna call me, right? Because if you're calling me, then I'm not in jail. Sarah, you're going to jail. You're going to jail, Sarah.
Swabs and stuff will stay.
They don't know about it?
Sorry, our dispatch center keeps calling my phone, and I keep having to have other people call them to see what they need.
I hope you all can really both truly understand that that was not my intent. I miss him a lot.
I mean,
No more.
but my question has remained the same. What do you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position like that?
Yes, but you have to understand too,
No, just what would you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position?
I have no idea because I've never done it before.
Why have you never done it before?
Why would I?
Exactly.
Why would I do it before?
Why did you do it now?
I clearly have said why. Why?
No, you don't know
Never-
why. You
never-
just know that it's not intentional, but you don't know why. But that's okay.
Really?
I'm not trying to force you to say something that you don't know.
It's feeding and petting.
And they're literally just torturing Sarah. I'm gonna just jump ahead just a slight. I know, because it's literally coming up right now where, yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue.
The fact that you guys would assume that I'm that kind of person.
We're not assuming anything. We're going by the facts. It happened.
Like you said, you don't know me. What time is it, please?
4:46.
In itself, for me to have to live with getting him out and doing what I did is punishment enough. I think that's why I haven't slept, because that's all I see. So that right there says something.
Poor Sarah, she hasn't slept. Poor her.
Not my intention.
That would be funny.
The female detective is like, where is this finger swab analysis person? Like, where is she? Give me her, because I can't stand being in the room with Sarah. Like, it's torture for the detectives. Hysterical.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Punishment in itself.
Yeah. Definitely a tragic situation.
I'm free of alcohol. And it's unfortunate that stupid things like this happen.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Nonetheless, I have to live it out now.
Mhm. Yeah, his daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
So this is
Yes, I thought that.
CSI, that was there yesterday, and then she took your photos.
I just jumped ahead a little bit because it's just like the swabbing of the fingers really quick and there's really nothing happening.
We've been talking a little bit. Thank you. Okay, you done with all these?
This is the moment, guys. This is the moment. They're about to arrest Sarah.
Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go, okay? Do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
He asked to swear. Remember how I swore you yesterday on the audio recording? I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me to tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True and
everything?
accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've said
Everything you
today, everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Because
That's how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything.
So Sarah wants to harp in now on the true and accurate to the best of my knowledge part of the conversation. And it's like, Sarah, is what you said today true and accurate to the best of your knowledge? Now that she knows she's being arrested, she's not free to go. She's like, wait, what do you mean true and accurate to the best of my, what do you mean by that? What does that mean? Is everything you said today true and accurate? It's not it's not rocket science. A+ student, right?
We talked about is
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
it's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge?
To the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand
call
that.
Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So
You'll
why
be
is this
afforded-
happening? So this was a trick?
No, it's not
No,
a trick.
not
How's
a
it a
trick.
trick?
And here we start with calling Brian and it's not intentional and this has been the last 4 years of our lives listening to Sarah. Poor Brian, he found his way out though. He initially was helping Sarah and paid for her attorney and all the great things that Brian has done for her just added to the list. But she thwarted all of that. She threw it all away. So here you are, Sarah. And now she's like, "It was this a trick?" Anytime you're going to the police station, yes, it's a trick. Yes, the trick is to get you in jail. That's not a secret.
We're even here to ask you to explain a few things to us, and
You were read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
Doesn't matter, you're still there. Do me a favor, have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really?
So if I didn't show up?
That has to be the best part is when the male detective, she's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Really?" Like, not everyone gets to talk to Sarah in this way, especially in the courtroom. It has to be kind of formal, but it's just like, "Yes, Sarah, really. This is really happening. You really did this. So, yes, this is really happening."
Why is
You're
it
trying-
happening?
Because
Before y'all said I could leave,
when
that I was done after this, after that.
we were done, yes, we were done, absolutely.
So now, so that's what it is,
We are done.
right? Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas. Now he's just not going to have me come home. So there's nothing that I can do.
All right, no.
The fact that she's trying to act like seeing Lucas is her biggest priority is such a freaking joke. It is, excuse me, it's such a joke. It's so annoying and upsetting to me that she tries to use this child as a pawn because I'm sure she used him in plenty other instances. Well, my son this and my son that, and it's like your son is not your excuse and your pawn. And that bothers me so much because seeing Lucas was never a priority for her at any other point in her life except for right now when she's about to go to jail for murder. Yeah, okay.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
All right, no. You'll be afforded a time in court, you'll be afforded an attorney, you'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I
had a
don't
sneaky
work in there.
suspicion this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Have a seat.
You all check me down here.
Absolutely did not.
I just got those,
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
so I can't even smoke cigarettes as I go. And what am I supposed to do with my car?
You'll be fine where it is. When you get down there, you'll have 3 phones, you'll be able to call.
What, as soon as possible?
Yeah, once you get down there, get booked in, you'll be able to use a phone in the waiting
Or how long
area.
will that take? Because I need to talk to Brian.
You know, it depends how busy, how quickly they get you through. I would say within the hour. It's a free phone call in the lobby, it's a free phone
All I'm
call.
doing is bringing you there, sign the paper, and you're all done.
She has no clue.
So can I ask you, or whoever it is, those holding cells, the holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you're familiar with the big bay. As long as you go in and you act civil to them, they'll set you in the big bay. And you'll be left there for
Can
a
you
while.
request that while I'm there?
No, that's not up to us. We don't work at the jail.
As long as like you
I think it's kind of comical that she's saying that the holding cell, she had a panic attack in there before because, like, he's describing the big bay that they must have there. If you're fine, civil, and you're calm, you can chill out in the big bay. But before they had to put her in one of those little small holding cells because she was wilding out, probably. That's what it is. You're going to be treated like that, Sarah, if you're going to act that way. But it seems like this time around she's calmed down because I haven't heard many reports from her acting too crazy in jail. She knows her place there.
don't
If you
act
go
up.
in and act like this, you'll go in and they'll put you in the big bay. If you go in there screaming and kicking and yelling and
Why would
cursing
I
at
do
people,
that?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know that's what happens. That's how they weed people out. If you go in acting like this,
So I asked for the big bay?
they'll put you there as long as you're acting like this.
Yeah, because the last time I had a major panic attack in the building.
Hey, change the cups.
Go ahead, stand up.
I have not
So
found.
what am I gonna do with my purse? Oh, sorry.
Your first is gonna come, but the cigarettes and stuff can't, so.
I put the lock up too, my bad.
Oh, no, it's all good. Mine are the opposite, so.
What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this?
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was gonna happen.
You did? Okay.
So I came
She said, "What made y'all decide to do this?" And he calmly just responds, "George is dead. That's why we're doing this. You're getting arrested because George is dead. We didn't do anything. You did something. You murdered George."
Yeah.
willingly.
Yes, absolutely. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Unintentionally.
Well, intentional or not, George is dead. You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I need to get, I have my, I don't know if it's able to be or not.
I apologize.
I have things
I love that the male detective is quick as a bird. Okay, he said, "You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you of everything." I couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly right. She thinks when she says unintentionally, it's like all is forgiven. No, no, Sarah, no. We're just gonna see her get walked out, and that'll be it.
in my car that I need to.
Put your,
What kind of stuff do you have in your car that you're worried about?
Well, I have my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be seeing a nurse.
It's panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when you get checked in, you're gonna be seeing a nurse, and that they have a pharmacy there, so they'll be able to take care of any kind of that stuff. That protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a pharmacy, and that you will be reported to see somebody. Okay?
all done?
Yes, ma'am. Let's say no. My bad.
And that wraps up Sarah Boone. Well, I may look into definitely going to cover the trial once it starts, but I may look into her because I've actually never seen the car interview. So maybe we'll watch that. But with the trial coming up, it seems apt, and there's been a lot of Sarah Boone stuff in the news. I definitely want to cover also Robert Tellis. I'm obsessed with this case right now. I'm so obsessed with this case. So we may need to get into that. But Sarah being Sarah. Sarah being Sarah. I guess we'll cut it off there, guys. It was great hanging out, and see you guys soon. Bye.